How many of you struggle during the holiday season, whether it's getting in your workouts, still eating healthy, not adding on those pounds that you maybe recently lost? So many of us can feel like we are starting from scratch every January. And I don't want that to happen to you. A recent poll on my Instagram, about 60% of you said you need help during the holiday season with how to balance it all. And if that's you, ladies and gents, I got you. I am here to introduce the 12 days of Forever Fitmas. I am going to be doing 12 videos throughout the month of December, and they're going to be all focused on keeping you successful. So come January, you don't have to start from scratch. You don't have to restrict. You don't have to feel like you lost all your progress. We are going to do this together in the month of December, and if you can do it in the month of December, the busiest, hardest month of the year, then my friend, you will be successful all year round. We are going to be wrapping up the Driven Challenge that I've been doing for a while now. I'm going to share with you in this video how I got to 13% body fat and how I've been able to maintain it quite effortlessly, if I must say so myself. And transitioning into Forever Fitmas is going to be more about sustainability, creating habits and changes within your life that allow you to be flexible, allow you to indulge in the holiday season, allow you to have a few weeks where you maybe don't hit all your workouts. It's okay, I promise. So
you have killed this challenge.
I have. Thanks, boo.
You got a mic over here so I can come over here. She looks hot. She looks good.
Right?
You should see her naked. No, you shouldn't see her naked, but trust me, she looks good naked.
Thanks, boo.
This is the best I've ever seen you look, boo.
I appreciate it.
I feel like this even, when she'd compete around 11 to 13% body fat.
That's true.
That shows how much
true.
muscle she's put on over the years.
I'm really
Good
happy
job.
with
Sorry,
things.
I just had to let them know how good you.
No, I appreciate that. And that's super helpful because I know how much it can make or break you in terms of having those support systems in place. And it's really important to surround yourself with people like Jason that help build you up and help support you throughout the process. And maybe your significant other isn't that way, but I am here to be that person for you and be your own cheerleader throughout this holiday season. Yes.
They got Kara's back.
JJ's like, let me at him, let me at him.
Guys, I just cleaned those windows.
Yeah, oh no. You all are gonna see morning body. Now, I spoke a lot about what I've been doing and why I think what I've been doing is working in a vlog I posted a month ago, how I became happy and lost the weight. I think that was the last driven focused video I maybe posted. I've really been able to maintain and stay at this place of maintenance for quite a while now, which was part of the Driven Challenge. It was about losing weight, it was becoming my best physically fit self, healthiest self, and being able to show you all that you can maintain it. It's been 6 months since I started this process, and I think a lot of people don't realistically want to wait 6 months to see results, but that is kind of part of this process with making realistic changes. You're making changes that do take time and they are noticeable. Sometimes it takes longer than others. I like to mention I wasn't overweight to begin with. I was just someone that was trying to get to another level of athleticism, of leanness, and I knew that was gonna take me a bit of time, and I wanted to do it as healthy and least restrictive as possible. So 6 months, that's half a year, baby, but I am so glad looking back that I did what I did. I posted a photo of just the difference in my legs. You're gonna see my morning check-in video update progress as well as my body comp results. I didn't film that, but I am down to 13% body fat. And at the beginning of this journey, I believe I was about 18% body fat, and I had actually already lost a couple pounds before I did that body comp. From a weight perspective, I like to hang around 118, 120 at my set point, I believe, my body's natural set point, and I have been maintaining at about 109 pounds. And for me, it's been easy. I haven't been tracking macros. I think the biggest thing for me has been making lifestyle changes in terms of what I've been eating, shifting more into whole foods for the majority of my meals, not all of them, and also just keeping stress down, just having the balance of sleeping well, recovering when I need to, really going hard with my workouts, and the Grounds app honestly has changed my life. The programming in there for the Forever Fit Challenge has been immensely life-changing for my body and how my overall body composition has changed. You guys can join Grounds. I'll leave all that information down in the description box below. That has just been a huge driver of my success, so I just want to mention that. Stop. No, leave it. Leave it. For anyone who's been following the Driven series, I honestly haven't done anything too drastic. I've followed a consistent program, my Forever Fit programming. I followed macros for a while, and I kind of stopped tracking macros early October around the time of the Buff Bunny collection collab because it just was mentally too much for me. I needed to take some stuff off of my plate, and I never started tracking since then. And even with my weigh-ins and having fluctuations with my intake, which is natural, I've just been able to maintain. So I feel that I've been in a really good spot, and that inspired me to help you all through the holidays, because that's my goal right now. And that's just kind of my big mission right now, is to help more people make changes that align with staying forever fit, without the restrictions, without the extremes, without needing to hurry up and cut to lose a few pounds to go on a trip. No, I want to help you implement things in terms of your behavioral changes, but also the mindset shifts to align with you being able to feel good about yourself through the holidays, so you're not feeling like balls, number one, and number two, not needing to January 1 feel like you have to start over. It's okay to utilize the motivation that comes with our New Year's resolutioners. I'm not against that, but I don't want you to just be like, screw it, this is too hard, I'll start over in January. That's a huge part of the problem, at least with Americans, is that we like to do this all or nothing approach. So I'm gonna help teach you how to not do that. I do wanna give you the lowdown because I thought about daily vlogging, and I knew, number one, I think it's too much for a consumer to consume, and then I also think it's too much for myself and Jason. So I thought doing the 12 days of Forever Fitmas would be fun. You are gonna have 3 videos a week from me throughout the month of December. This is video number 1. We'll have a whole separate playlist in case you need to catch up and you're finding this video later in time. We'll have a whole playlist, 3 videos a week, and I wanna keep a set format for you all. We are gonna do one of vlog style, kind of Christmassy, just workouts, just whatever, day in the life with me. We're gonna have one of those a week. We are gonna have one video that's gonna include a recipe, a holiday recipe, just healthy eating recipe for you, and another video that's gonna be more of a dietitian talk, focusing on different topics to help keep the mentals straight through the holidays. So make sure to take a minute and comment below if anything within those topics you would like me to cover or incorporate throughout this series. And I can't wait to spend the holidays with you all. I'm actually in a place where I can do Vlogmas. It just like came to me. I'm like, man, I can do Vlogmas this year. I'm so excited to be able to do this and offer you all more content. What do you think, Bruce? You excited for Forever Fitmas? We're gonna have lots of time with the dogs, family time in these videos as well. As an aside, Bruce Wayne is doing so good. We do have to make some changes with his diet. A lot of that information will be over on Jason's YouTube channel, but if you all want me to cover that here, let me know. I love having the dogs and just family stuff as part of these videos, even if it's just for my own personal home videos. If this does sound like the type of content that you need throughout the holiday season, be sure to hit that post notification bell. That way you are hopefully notified each and every time my videos go live. We are gonna do consistent uploads, so you can plan on videos from me throughout the month every Saturday, Monday, and Thursday. All right, it is time for a little lunch. It is so freaking dark out. I mean, I know it gets darker earlier, but it's just been so dark all the time. I do this thing where I put Christmas settings on the table, but I don't like to use them. Share with you my little lunch. This really is more of a quick lunch that I know will fill me up because I've got a lot I want to get done. Jason's gone right now. I got a couple Christmas gifts for him, so I can't show you on here since he edits these vlogs still. I'm gonna eat this little chicken salad wrap that I just made up. Nothing too fancy. Oh, it just fell out. I just used some slow cooked chicken that we had already cooked up. I use actually regular mayo. I've been really into, honestly, it's so funny when I think back to bodybuilding prep, right? I got so used to purchasing the lowest calorie foods, the fat-free, the light, the sugar-free, and everything. And I really never thought I would go away from that because I honestly grew up on diet everything. I still do diet soda. I'm not anti-artificial sweeteners by any means, but I've noticed the shift in how I eat, that I feel a lot more satisfied when I eat the full fat, the full sugar, the regular stuff, and I just don't need as much of it. Kind of proud of myself with that. I just want to mention that it's not, for me, it wasn't a quick shift. It didn't happen overnight. It happened over time for me. That was my rant on mayonnaise. I was gonna say, because I do normally get light mayo, but this one is an olive oil based mayonnaise. So I did just the regular olive oil based mayo, 7 fat in it. Probably used 1.5 servings, honestly, but I haven't had a lot of fat today. So I did that in there, and then I also added some chopped walnuts, and then I have been super into grapes lately, so just purple grapes have been my jam, whether I'm putting them in salads or snacking on them. So I thought, what a good time to make a little chicken salad, and I do it on these Carb Balance. These are really good. They're 70 calories in a tortilla, 18 carbs, 15 of which is fiber, so honestly, I can't eat these every day. They will impact my GI system. So I don't eat them all the time. But I'm gonna try this for you so we can see how it is. I honestly don't really make chicken salad a lot. I like that, that's really good. I'm not used to eating grapes mixed in mayo, but I put grapes in my salad, so. Also having one of these poppy sodas. Let me know in the comments if you've had these before and if you like them. I've been just doing live taste tests of these on my Instagram, and people are so opinionated about these flavors. I found the holiday pack of them at Wegmans, so that sucked me in. They're 5 grams of sugar. There's no artificial sweeteners in them. And that's one thing that I still really enjoy is diet soda, especially at nighttime. I'm an excellent water drinker. I will drink close to a gallon every day effortlessly. So at nighttime, when I just want something to kind of settle my thirst or a sweet tooth, I like a diet soda. So I thought this would be a good alternative to kind of even more so reduce my artificial sweeteners. This one's Doc Pop, tastes like Diet Dr. Pepper, it's good. Those are 7 carbs. And then with it, for funsies, I have pretzels and hummus. This is gonna sound like the world's weirdest combo, but I just have here these mustard and onion pretzels. I do usually try to get gluten-free with some of my snacky stuff. Not because I have to have gluten-free, but I know sometimes Jason wants like a little munch or a little crunch, a little taste, and he does try to do gluten-free, so it doesn't matter to me either way. I would rather have things on hand that he can have that aren't gonna mess him up. So I've got a serving of these honey mustard onion pretzels. They're so good on their own. Hear me out, this is really good together. I just found this at Wegmans. Dill pickle hummus. Wegmans is a grocery store I have locally, so if you don't have Wegmans, check other brands. Maybe they have this flavor, but it literally tastes like a dill pickle. And I'm honestly not even the biggest dill pickle person, but it's so good. So I've got a serving of that, and mixed together, it's just a really good combo. Can you hear the crunch? Something about gluten-free pretzels, they're more expensive, yes, but they're crunchier and they're so good. So this is gonna be my little lunch. I think we're gonna wrap some Christmas presents. Wow, Kara. I got a reel to edit and I'm gonna bathe the dogs, so.
Random, she goes, I love the podcast. I'm so proud of you girls. So funny. That's so cool. Yeah, so she says,
I don't know if we ran out of tape or if I just cannot find it, but I'm using shipping tape, all right? I'm really bad at wrapping gifts, number one. I'm bad about doing it. When I wrap the gifts, they don't look good. Jason's so good at wrapping gifts. So I'm really proud that I can actually get gifts under the tree on December 1st. I cannot tell you how many years, because of working at the hospital, I would shop last minute. Wrapping would be literally 3 days before Christmas. And I will forever be a kid, and so will Jason, and that we enjoy having gifts under the tree. So I love that I can take advantage now. It's the first day of December, and I am over here wrapping gifts and putting them under the tree. So go me. And if you are someone that isn't great at wrapping gifts, or you kind of put it off, for me, I'm listening to Girls Next Level podcast. One of my favorite podcasts. It's like a guilty pleasure. So it's my way of kind of coercing myself. Like, okay, you can listen to your podcast if you wrap these presents.
I screamed. It was so scary. There was something so Caroline. And we went to the studio and we all shot like headshots.
This gym is a playground. We're doing some legs today, trying out some new machines. Do a little reverse hack squat situation.
I'm having like a knee issue.
Yeah.
Where my knee, and she gets the same exact thing. Sometimes her knee just starts hurting.
Right now it's just my lower back, so we're both a little bit in shambles, so we're just kind of playing it by ear with today's workout, working out together and just doing. Sometimes you just gotta do what feels good, you guys. Have not only practicing gentle nutrition through the holidays, but gentle workouts. Be flexible with yourself. This is where you can't do the all or nothing approach. Be able to be flexible. Move with your body, with what you can do and what time you have available.
And I told Kara she's probably in dire need of a deload week. And deload week doesn't mean you don't have to not work out, but lighten it up, do some different movements. Shorten the reps. Don't go like lighter, but then just increase your reps. You know, that's still a lot of time under tension, so.
I know how to unrack this, but am I missing the lever for it? Like, I don't think that's the safe way to do it. Oh, it's down there.
Yeah.
It's your foot. This is very light, by the way, Jay. It's
okay.
Just kind of a warm-up set to get a feel for the machine, but I haven't done this movement in years because we haven't had access to it. This used to be my bikini prep. That's gonna be too low for you. Okay.
Okay, it racks pretty weird.
It's a little wonky with racking it. That's gonna be too low for you.
I'm using weight.
You're
You said
gonna
it
go
was super
straight
light?
with weight? It is light.
So, if this bothers my knee, I have to choose something else.
Are those sneakers like good leg day sneakers for you?
Or what?
Are those sneakers good leg day sneakers?
They're winter sneakers and they're really solid, but I don't know.
I want that.
I like my feet the most, but then it gets my feet sore.
Yeah.
I have like the 5-finger dorky looking like toe glove shoes that are great for leg day. They look dorky and they're kind of hard to get on.
But they're good for leg day because they're so flat.
Yeah. So lift it up.
Yep. So now get your feet in whatever
And
position.
it automatically drops. Then you can adjust yourself. It's very light.
It looks good, Jay. Your form looks really good. I feel like this machine just feels good in general. Oh yeah, that's light.
Still light?
Yeah, still light.
Okay.
How's the booty look though?
The booty looks good. What do you guys think? Let me get the side shot. The booty look good? Get this angle, booty look good? We're just checking all angles, Kara.
I carb loaded it last night so I could get a good booty pump today.
Would you get munchies?
I didn't get munchies, but I had a whole bag of rice before bed. Felt like I needed the energy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Do anything Christmassy?
I want to today. The weather here has been
Rain?
blocking us. Sea blocking us, as Jason would say. But I'd like to do something Christmassy.
All right, well, we'll figure that out at home.
Okay.
And we'll see you guys at home.
Sweet. It's really important for me to share with you all throughout this series some tips and tricks that you can utilize just to keep your mindset right this holiday season. So I want to share with you some of the tips that I implement or I share with my clients to help you navigate the holiday season. The month of December is so busy. I personally don't have a ton of events, but I have been there where I have so many different social engagements or parties at work. It would feel like every other week or every other day, I should say, you have a party you're going to, right? So you are just gonna be presented with so many different indulgences this month. It's finding that balance between allowing yourself to indulge in the things that are worth it and not feeling like you have to eat boring food all month, but also not just eating everything that's offered to you. I think so easily we either feel peer pressured or feel like we have to indulge in every single thing that's offered to us. So that's my first tip for you, is to be choosy. It's okay to be choosy. You should never let someone else peer pressure you into eating things. I know, for instance, there were times that maybe someone would bring me in cookies or bring me in chocolates. That's very nice of them. It doesn't mean I have to eat them all. I don't have to eat them right then. I can save them. I could give them to someone else or just bring them home. I could freeze them. So don't feel like you have to eat everything at the moment it's presented to you. Be choosy. Maybe take a look at your calendar for the month. Look at the events where you know you've got certain things where you really want to allocate to just indulge and allow yourself to enjoy yourself. And maybe those other events where you're like, you know what? I'm going to bring my own dish and just make the healthier choices while I'm there. Another tip I want to give you is when you are at parties or events, before you quickly dive into a second plate or a second serving, I am guilty of this too. Immediately when I finished my plate, that was so tasty, I want more. Give yourself 10 minutes. It's a hard ask, I understand, but give yourself 10 minutes before you go in for that second plate. So whether you need to kind of occupy your mind in those 10 minutes, maybe refresh your beverage, step away from the buffet table or whatever it may be, go to the bathroom, just do something else for 10 minutes to really allow yourself enough time for your brain to get the signal that you're even full. You sometimes want to hurry up and eat more because you genuinely don't feel full, but it could just be a matter of not allowing yourself enough time for that signaling to hit your brain that you are in fact full. If after those 10 minutes you are still physically hungry or you just really want more, then go for it. But try to set a little bit of those boundaries in place to just kind of slow down with things, which is hard amongst all the holiday chaos. A common mistake everyone makes this month and in most dieting phases is trying to restrict too much, knowing you're gonna go to a family party or special event, and so you starve yourself all day long. Don't go on an empty tank. That is the number one mistake, because you are gonna be so ravenous that you're not gonna be like, I'm so hungry, let me start with some salad, let me get hydrated. You're just gonna go on in for it because you're gonna be so hungry. So honestly, the best thing you can do is continue to keep into your routine normal meals, healthy meals, getting in some balanced whole foods. That way you're not going to these events and parties starving. I know for me, a good example is going out to dinner. If I have not ate anything, and I know I'm ordering dinner, but that bread basket comes out, I will sit there and eat that entire bread basket. And then by the time my food comes out, I'm full. And it's just because I am so hungry, you lose that ability to kind of control your inhibitions when it comes to what you're choosing and how much you're choosing of it. It's very normal, it's very easy to do. So as much as you want to restrict thinking, well, I'm gonna eat some pie later or some cake or some higher calorie foods I normally don't eat, so what? Make sure you're still getting in your normal healthy meals. That's just gonna allow you to be more of a mindful eater during those social scenarios so that you can indulge, but you're more mindful about the portion size. A tip I also like to implement is just making sure when you go to these events, assuming there's some fruits or some veggies or some salad available, try to fill up on those things first and just really make sure that you're getting in some of those whole foods. That's gonna fill you up a little bit better. That way when it comes time for dessert and you indulge in it, you're able to better balance and have more of a reasonable portion size. The other thing I like to suggest too is if you're someone like myself where if you're just sitting at a table of snacks and treats and you're just chatting and you have a tendency to snack mindlessly, maybe remove yourself from the table of food. I remember growing up, Thanksgiving time, as kids, we literally would have a table full of food and we would sit there all day and eat. And that was one day, so that was fine, right? But throughout the month of December, don't be doing that all day long. So if you're someone that's just an aimless snacker, try to not be sitting there in front of... Bruce's paw just pushed me. Are you telling me to shut up? That might not be applicable to everyone, but if you're in a scenario where you are someone who is just gonna keep snacking and you're having conversation, maybe try to move the conversation away from the food if you know you're just aimlessly snacking and not really being mindful about it. The last tip I wanna give you, which may seem just easier said than done, but honestly, don't forget, Bruce is exiting. Where are you going, Bruce? Come on, figure it out. The last tip I want to give you may seem like common sense, but honestly, I think a lot of this stuff kind of is. We just need to be reminded of it and continuously reframe our mindset around things. I don't want you to feel guilty this holiday season. And I know you also don't want to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm missing out on all these good foods. Just remember, this isn't the last time you're going to be offered holiday foods or special foods. Making memories is more than just food. I understand that for many of us, it is part of our culture. It's part of the memory making process, but there's so much more beyond the food that helps you cherish and remember things. So having those good laughs with the people that you love and creating other memories that aren't just food related. And remember too that you can be choosy about this stuff. So balancing that all out between what you think is really worth it and what you can kind of pass on. I want to give you one last tip, and I referred to this very quickly in the workout footage, to practice just gentle nutrition with yourself this month. Practice gentle exercise habits. So while you are so super busy this month, I want to challenge you, if you've made it to the end of this video, to join me in making sure that you are getting in 30 minutes of movement every single day this month. And I know that can seem maybe really hard. I'm not saying you have to go to the gym for 30 minutes. Just allocate yourself that 30 minutes a day, whether it's walking on a treadmill, taking your dogs for a walk, maybe it's going to the gym, maybe it's doing some stretching. It doesn't have to be anything wild, but create that 30 minutes a day for yourself to get in some type of movement. Amongst all the chaos, you deserve it, and it'll just make you feel better. I find often when we are incorporating movement and exercise in that you time, it makes it that much easier to just advocate for yourself, if that makes sense, in terms of all the chaos that exists this month. I'm gonna wrap this episode 1 up here, friends. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure you are subscribed and hit that post notification bell. That way you are notified each and every time I upload. But I will be here every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday for the month of December for the 12 days of Forever Fitness. So be sure to like this on the way out, and I will see you in the next one. Joey Justice will wiggle at you later. You want me to play with that toy? Yeah, me too.